IQ rates are dropping in many developed countries, and that doesn't bode well for humanity. That's just the headline I'm reading here, and it seems rather obvious that it wouldn't be good for humanity, really. People are getting number. That's not a judgment, it's a global fact. In a host of leading nations, IQ scores have started to decline. Though there are legitimate questions about the relationship between IQ and intelligence, and broad recognition that success depends as much on other virtues like grit, IQ tests in use throughout the world today really do seem to capture something meaningful and durable. Decades of research have shown that individual IQ scores predict such things as educational achievement and longevity. More broadly, the average IQ score of a country is linked to economic growth and scientific innovation. Goes to show just how important IQ really is, and how bad it is that we are going on a downward trend. The question is why, though? It's very important that we answer that in order to reverse it. This paragraph here is, I think, very pertinent. For a while, rising IQ scores seemed like clear evidence of social progress, palpable proof that humanity was getting steadily smarter and might even be able to boost brainpower indefinitely. Well, not anymore. One potential explanation for dropping IQ scores was quasi-eugenic. As in the movie Idiocracy, it was suggested that average intelligence is being pulled down because lower IQ families are having more children, or alternatively, widening immigration might be bringing less intelligent newcomers to societies with otherwise higher IQs. However, a 2018 study of Norway has punctured these theories by showing that IQs are dropping not just across societies, but within families. In other words, the issue is not that educated Norwegians are increasingly outnumbered by lower IQ immigrants or the children of less educated citizens. Even children born to high IQ parents are slipping down the IQ ladder, and this is why I said this is pertinent to you personally. If you have children, are planning to have children, or you are young yourself, you need to figure this out in order to protect yourself or your kids. And I am bringing two other articles to try and show you possible explanations for this problem. This is about a US government report that says fluoride at twice the recommended limit is linked to lower IQ in kids, from the Associated Press. Basically, a government report that is an analysis of previously published research. And it marks the first time a federal agency has determined with moderate confidence that there is a link between higher levels of fluoride exposure and lower IQ in kids. Now, the data already existed. It's basically just an analysis of previously published research. People have been saying that fluoride in the water is a bad idea for who knows how long, and they were dismissed as conspiracy theorists. Well, now the government is starting to admit it. Obviously, it's not just the fluoride in the water, but I'm kind of trying to show that it has a lot to do with either bad habits of the modern world or all those chemicals and additives that we find in not just our food, in the water, not just in the water, in the food, in the air, in your clothes, practically everywhere now. It's very dangerous for all of us, and we are nowadays paying more on healthcare than ever before, and yet we are more prone to sickness and we are achieving less. We have lower IQ scores than ever before. This is not a trend we can allow to continue, and obviously just pumping more money into healthcare is not solving the issue. We need people to become educated, make better choices, and adopt better habits. This is not a problem that the government can solve, in my opinion. There are very few problems that are for the government to solve, in my opinion. This is a CNN report about how pesticide exposure linked to childhood cancer and lower IQs. Basically more of the same. If you have pesticides in your food, and pretty much everyone does, I also saw a report about how washing the fruits and vegetables does not get rid of the pesticides. They sink deeper into the fruits and vegetables, and no matter how well you'd wash it, it wouldn't get rid of the pesticides. We need to make better choices about what food we buy, which would encourage the market to produce more food that does not contain these pesticides. And we need to campaign against pesticide companies that are producing harmful substances. Also, how they dispose of all of the chemicals created during the manufacturing process. Often they let it sink into the ground, or flow into bodies of water, and either way we end up consuming it or being affected by it, mostly through our drinking water. This is not a trivial problem, and it does not have a quick solution, but it is something that we should be aware of. I find that so much of the news cycle is inconsequential to the extreme. Things that are really not problems that are being paraded around and given so much exposure and time and energy and effort, when the important matters like this one are shunted aside and not discussed. Are our societies really that perfect, that comfortable, that we can afford to talk so much about pronouns and other nonsense when our very minds, the minds of our children, are being poisoned? And I'm talking literally, not with forbidden knowledge or bad opinions. I'm talking about a decrease in IQ, among many other problems. There's an increase in all sorts of illnesses, including cancer, despite the fact that we spend ever more on trying to take care of them medically. There is no straight medical solution. It's all about lifestyle. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you think otherwise, or you have more examples or solutions to the things I just said. And I will see you next time.